Yes. I think everybody is able to see my screen. Am I right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So yesterday we discussed about the applications and why do you need the applications and what type of access. I think that access related information, some settings is changed in my system. That's the reason why it is not able to open. So I will change the settings and I will show you. But anyhow, in your machine you can see that one simply. And the next thing is the main part today is rules. Very important. We are going to discuss about the rules and the drill downs. For example, if you are taking a summarized cube, say you are taking India data or something like that, but in other cube you want to see the same type of country data. Maybe you are having detailed version and summarized version, you want to drill down to that particular cube. Maybe you may hold this one in the Cognos, drill down, drill through reports and all those things, but here also the same concept is available from one cube to another cube if you want to move. Say for example, here the PM is analyzing India data and you want to see in this main cube you are having overall view. Say for example, India, what is the actual revenue, what is the GDP, what is the profit of all those things. But in this another cube, detailed level of information is available for India. So when I'm checking, I want to see the detailed level of information of the key performance indicators. That time you want to move from this cube to another cube. You want to open the same cube with the same, say for example, here India you are analyzing, you want to open same India in another cube. So that type of situations, it will be very helpful for the drill functionality in the TM1. That is also will come under rules only. So I will explain now rules. Very important. Please listen carefully. If you are having any questions, so just stop me because it's very important for you. This is the main thing actually in real time we will use normally. So anybody, can you please tell me if I want to have some calculations? If I want to have some calculations, what you need to do normally, how you will do it? If I want to do some calculation, say for example, revenue gross profit is there. I want to do revenue minus gross profit. Normally, how we will do?
We will take a new variable
In the turbo
and
integrator process, right? Right? In the turbo integrator process, you are changing. But in the real time, for example, in the turbo integrator process, you added one extra element as a gross profit or something. It is a X minus Y you put, revenue minus gross profit. Then the data is loaded at the data loading time. It will do the calculation and it will populate. For example, inside that, now Ritesh sample cube, right? For example, in the turbo integrator process, you used one extra column, that is revenue minus gross profit. So that column will be filled up with the revenue minus gross profit. That's pretty clear. It's nice. But I have one scenario like this. For example, I changed here 30 to maybe 100. Okay, there is a restriction value. So I am taking this one. Now this minus this will populate in another column. I am right normally. First time. But you change it here, whether it will reflect here or not. Anybody? In turbo integrator process, as you told, you have added one more extra variable, and then that is nothing but revenue minus gross profit. Previously here 200 is there, 200 minus 2600 is a minus 2400 will populate in the extra column while it is loading in the turbo integrator. After loading is completed, then you come and you change something here, whether it will reflect here or not, because 200 means 2400 will come, 300 means how much, 2300 only has to come, minus 2300, whether it will change or not. If you are changing here, automatically it will change or not. Anybody?
I think it will not.
Yes.
Once we do recalculate,
Come again.
You not change.
It will not change, but you are using that variable x minus y. Why it will not change? What is the reason for that?
While loading only, it will check. It will
Excellent.
check only once.
Exactly. While loading only, it will just check that one and then it will populate that particular column. After that, if you are changing anything, how it will come to know what is the calculation of that particular element? It will never know that. So that means on-fly calculations will not be possible if you are using the turbo integrator process. Am I right? On-fly calculation. For example, if I'm changing something, what is that column is changing? You cannot do that one. So if you want to see that one, you need to go and edit that particular Excel, and then you need to re-upload. Then again the particular column is. That means in the Excel revenue column, you need to change for 200 to 300. Then that column will populate with the proper data. That means every time if your data changes, it has to be uploaded every time. It's meaningless. So that's the reason why calculations will be done on the cube level, not at turbo integrator level. Please remember. Any calculations, you can do it while you are loading, but it is not the correct way to do the calculation at turbo integrator level, because on-fly calculations is not possible if you are doing with that turbo integrator. So that's the reason why whatever the calculation you need apart from the original raw data, you will do everything in the rules only. Okay, fine. Here I want gross profit minus revenue. One column I need. That is nothing but, maybe you say that column name is gross profit minus revenue is a overall profit. One column you need to create. If I need one column here, what things I need to do? Anybody? I think we already discussed it clearly. If you want to add any column, what do you need to do? I want to populate into that column this expression. Yes?
So add an
Okay.
element in measure.
Right. So I will check the Ritesh sample cube, and in the dimensions, Ritesh measure only I need to add one extra thing. So here I cannot, I don't need to directly open because it will open in the subset editor. So you cannot add anything. So you need to right click this one and edit dimension structure, because you are going to add one new column. Go ahead and add, edit. I think here is overall is already there. Okay. This is a consolidation element. That means whatever the things you want. But I want now one calculation. Edit, insert the element. Okay. Overall loss, I will overall. So because already overall is there, they will confuse. Then you give some other name. So margin, profit margin you put. Okay. It is a simple column because it's a numeric value. Add and click OK. So one new column is coming. So I need to add something here to that one. Done. So you just recalculate. So if you want that column, so I don't need overall column also. I need only the leaf level. Right. So the profit margin is a numeric column, so it is directly populating with the zeros by default. If it is a string, it will be blank by default. Okay, now let me write profit margin equal to gross profit minus revenue I want. How to do that? I want gross profit 2000 minus 30. It has to populate here. 2600 minus something here. So like this, it has to populate all the values. So this column is a calculated value. How to do that? So you need to write a rule. Okay, let me write a rule. Require sample cube, right click. I think I told you, right, all this information when I am teaching you. I just left only these two things. Create rule and drill. Create rule and drill. So I just added create a rule. Very, very important to write a rules. Please remember. So now, what value you want to populate? Profit margin you want to populate, right? For example, you just see this one. This is the save. This is the validation button. This is another cube reference if you want. We will go one by one each one. Okay. This is the function. This is the bracket. You just select here. Which value you want to write? You want to write profit margin. So you selected. So here equal to. If it is a numeric, you need to put numeric. Okay. N, that means leaf level elements. What value you want to populate? Now all the values I want to populate with 100. See that whether it will populate or not. Okay. So all the values, profit margin, entire column I populated with n of 100. N means all the leaf level elements will be populated. That means 2014 is a consolidation, so it will never touch. So leaf level elements all populated with 100. So automatically the consolidation will be calculated. Fine. For example, if you put this one C 300, you can ask me, the consolidation will be automatically calculated, right? So now I put 300, it's a meaningless, right? But anyhow, see it. That means you are overriding the consolidation element. Sometimes in the real time, maybe you are not going to simply addition the values of that. Your consolidation, you are putting some value. You want to override. So that time you put n, whatever the may be, in the same line if you put 300, then automatically it will work out. But if the same thing, 1 second, you put like this. So first I populated n with 100 and after that c is the 100. So it has to see how it is coming. Sorry, you remove this one here. So first I populated with 100 and then consolidation with the 300 override it, but it will never come. Why? Because whenever it is that leaf level is populated with 100, automatically in the same line it is consolidation is done. So that's the reason why 1200 came. After that it cannot be override. But if you write in the same line of that C here itself, then before consolidation itself, the consolidation value will be overridden with the 300. So which is very important. Sometimes if you need to override the consolidation element, this is the logic you need to follow. In the same line you follow it. If you gave a chance of one line, so the consolidation will be automatically done in the same line, because all the leaf level elements is calculated with 100, then it's gone. Fine. Now I want to see this margin is nothing but gross profit minus revenue, right? So you select same here, select the gross profit. Gross profit minus same again, go there, Ritesh measure and you put single. So this is the validation, whether it is correct or wrong. For example, if you write something right, then you do validation, it will show you. Okay. So that's the reason why the validation will be always helpful. You cannot save first of all. If you are writing say something, if you are trying to save it, it will never save. So whenever you write the proper coding on it, will save. So instead of validation, automatic validation will be done. So this is saved. Once you save, now see this one very important. See. So 2000 minus 30. So for example, here if I put 300, see automatically this consolidation. Okay. For example, here also I put 300. So previously 5668, right? Now you see 5400. That means on-fly calculations will happen. For example, this gross profit value, if I am using the data spreading, okay, growth percentage I am doing, so it is starting with 4,000, okay, and 20% growth is happening. So if I'm doing the replacing of all the values of gross profit, see, it is all replaced, then automatically this is also done. You see, 4,000 minus 300, 3,700, 4,800. If you want to see the calculation, I told you, right? Trace calculation means, I will explain you later. Edit status means, why it is not edit, can you edit the profit margin column here like this? If I want to edit here 5,000, I can edit, right? Can you edit this column? I want to change this 49,700 to some other value. Can we do that one? Yes, anybody, can we do that?
No,
No, means why?
it's a calculated column.
Exactly, it's a calculated column. It is coming from these two things are parameters. So you can change these two parameters, but you cannot change the resultant column. Same like consolidation element. Okay, so you can change the leaf level elements. You cannot change the consolidation, right? Same concept. Any calculated column, for example, y is equal to x plus y. Sorry, z is equal to x plus y. You can change the x value, you can change y value. So based on these two values, z automatically populated. So you cannot change or you cannot edit the thing. Okay. So this is how the on-fly calculations will happen. For example, so now you understand. So how to write the any expression. For example, now gross profit minus revenue division by gross profit or something. Okay. Normal only. Your Excel, how you will write the Excel calculation, same thing only here you will write. So I will put this is under bracket and revenue. So the percentage if you are expecting. So gross profit minus revenue divided by gross profit. Sorry, revenue. See, anything will come. And for example, whenever gross profit less than 100, then you want to do something. Else you want to do something. How to do that? So if you need the if class, you need the if class, right? If, then you don't know how to write. Very useful functionalities here. You know everything. Okay, help on these functions. You click it. Everything is very clear for you. So all the functions one by one is there. So you need the logical functions, right? If function I want. So how to write? Same thing like this. See, if you need to write the condition, what condition you are expecting. If this condition is true, it will populate the value here. If the condition is not true, then it will populate the value. You understand the concept, right? Very clear example. You take this one. If 1 is less than 2, that means yes, correct only, right? So it will populate 4 automatically. If 1 is greater than 2, it's a wrong. So wrong means DEF will populate. That means ABC is the true condition. Whatever you are putting in the true condition, that will appear if this is true. So you take that column for example, you write whatever you want now. Okay. So what condition you want to write? Instead of 1 or 2, you write if whenever gross profit less than 100 will put. Okay. If gross profit less than 100, I want to populate 300 or 3000 profit margin. Else remaining all things I want to populate 4000. This is the if statement. Same. Now go and check it out. Okay, all are less than 100. Nothing is there. Okay, I will put less than 10,000. See now, less than 10,000, right? So 3,000. Above 10,000 values 4,000, because whenever it is less than 10,000, this profit margin will come 30,000. Profit margin 40,000. Okay, you want to write in the true condition also. For example, now I need one condition here. If it is less than 5,000, if it is less than, say for example 6,000, I want to put 1. Above 6,000 to 10,000 I want to put 1, and after 10,000 I want to put 1. How to write it? Anybody? So below 6,000 I want some value.
Between
6,000 to 10,000 I want some value, and above 10,000 I want some value. Yes.
Do we have a case statement?
No, case statement is not here. If statement only can.
between
Nested if.
Nested if. How to write here nested if, anybody?
The true part or false part we will be having once again.
So false part maybe here I whenever it is greater than 10,000 I want to show 40,000, so it's clear. So leave it. So now my question is below 6,000, under 6,000 to 10,000. So this is all entire less than 10,000. So true condition only you need to write one more true, one more condition. Again you write if. Again you take gross profit. Less than 6,000. Then put 300 is my value, else 400. Done. So that means if it is less than 10,000, so then it will go directly to the true condition. And again it will check if it is less than 6,000, then it will put 300, else 400. That means below 6,000 all it will populate with 300, above 6,000 400, and above 10,000 it will populate 4,000. Just check it out. Simple. See, 300, 400, 4,000. So like this you can write in the else condition also nested if n number of conditions you can write. Till now any questions? Till now any questions? No questions. Clear or any questions here? Yes?
I'm okay.
Right. So then fine. So then one by one we will see quickly, fast, okay? Okay, then one by one I will come for the arithmetic functions. Plus, minus, asterisk, forward slash, backward slash, caret. For example, this plus x plus y. Say what I am telling is here profit margin is equal to gross profit plus 100. See now. So 400 plus 100, 4,100. So this is the plus. So you know, right, minus, same. Then everything will just change here. See 3,900. So same thing into, that means multiplication. Then see it. See like this. So these are all plus, minus, and all those things. What do you mean by forward slash and backward slash? Forward slash, that means, for example, this divided by 100. So what will happen? It will division only. But backward slash, what is happening? So I didn't get any change. What do you mean by this? Anybody? What do you mean by this? Forward and backward, I am able to see everything clear. 40 only coming. So what else actually here? Anybody? Okay, I will explain. So for example, your numerator 0. 0 by 100, what will happen? 100, 0, 1. Okay, sorry. We'll put here like this. 100 backward slash 0. For example, the numerator is 100 and then backward slash 0. What is the exact value normally? Any value is division by 0 means what?
Different.
Infinite, right? See? So that means it will not throw an error, it will provide simply 0. But if I am putting the forward slash, normally which are using in the real time, see? That means in your future cases, if any division by 0, if error is going to be attempt for your case, that time if you are putting backward slash, so even though it is infinite, it will treat it as a 0. But if you are putting the forward slash, if any value division by 0, it will throw an error that is not applicable or something like that. So based on that, you need to select based on your preference. Normally, if any value division by 0 also, it shouldn't give you an error means, if it has to treat 0 means, then put slash backward slash 0 means it will treat it as a 0. So that is the difference between forward and backward. So that is what this arithmetic functions. Yes?
So the best practice is use the
Backlash. Yes.
backslash.
Exactly. Then you will not see any issues actually in the real time when you are doing the calculations. Normally we will use the backlash. So I think here also you written see this division by 0 using this operator returns 0. But division by 0 using this operator returns undefined value, that is as not applicable. Okay? Okay, arithmetic function find comparison operators. You know, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal to. Not equal to, you will use this function. In this, any questions are there? If this is already known question, right? Greater than or equal to, say for example, if gross profit greater than or equal to 6,000, then show like this. Else, show like this. Any questions here?
No.
Okay. So and ampersand, percentage are not applicable. So for example, if you want to write some combination of scenarios, if gross profit greater than 100 and gross profit less than 500, then you do that thing. That means if you want to write case statement indirectly, you write like this. So and means both conditions have to satisfy. R means any one of the conditions, and not applicable means is not equal to. Say for example, what it will do normally? Anybody? What it will do?
If it is the greater than 5,000 and less than or equal to 7,000, then it will represent 100. Otherwise, 0.
Excellent. That's it. So this and means both the condition will satisfy. Okay. Now if I'm putting same thing, this one percentage. Now tell me what will happen. Anybody? Yes. This is RR condition. R condition. Yeah, please. So that means,
Either of them.
yeah.
If either of them is true, then 100 or else.
Exactly. If it is greater than 5,000, so for example, your gross profit 6912 is greater than 5,000, so 100. Or it is less than or is equal to 700. So this also why it 100 came. Anybody? 50,000 also why it came 100.
Greater than 5,000.
Exactly.
Because
Because of this scenario, it is
right.
falling under this category, so automatically 100. Even though it is less than or is equal to, it's not less than, but because this condition is satisfied. So simply our condition means either one of the conditions satisfied, then it will become true.
That's
Then
correct.
it will take the true condition. If it is a and means both the condition has to satisfy. Okay. And last one is not tilt. Here you can put not tilt button. Where is my one second? I am checking where it is in this laptop. Yeah. So what do you mean by this?
This sign is nearly equal to. That's the one I think so.
No. What is the meaning of this one? Gross profit greater than 5,000, right? So it will give you the reverse. That means gross profit not greater than 5,000. That means less than or is equal to 5,000. Okay. And gross profit less than or is equal to 7,000. So combination what will come? Gross profit less than or is equal to 5,000 means it will show you 100, else 0. Am I right? See, this one gross profit less than or is equal to 5,000, so it is coming. Because here gross profit greater than 5,000, but because of this not greater than 5,000. Not greater than means less than or is equal to 5,000. This one. This is less than or is equal to 7,000. But you are taking the and, that means intersection point. So less than 5,000, less than 7,000. Which one is the intersection? Both of the things are present. Less than 5,000. So it will take that slot. Then it will put 100. Any questions in the parameters? Clear or any questions? Okay. For example, if I put 100 this one, profit margin. So all the values are 100. The same thing if I copy paste. Now anybody can you please tell me what will happen? First it is 100, then again 300. So which value it will be there in the profit margin column?
The first one.
Okay. Is it Omar?
The first 100.
Okay. Raghava, can you please tell me?
It's 300.
Right. Because Omar already know about TM on something, so he is able to do. Raghava, this is the first time. Yes, obviously it's a 100 only, because in TM1, whatever the first rule, if any of the cell is updated by any rule, then that cell will not be touched by TM1 engine in the backend. That means now profit margin is placed first 100. That means that cell is filled with the rule. Then it cannot be touched. You cannot override. Now see that one. That means whatever the value is updated with 100, the next value will not be 100. Will not be 300. Same value will be there. So even though you override any value, it will never replace. So in TM1, please remember, if any one of the cell is updated by some rule, then it will not be touched by any other rules. So the sequence is very important. You tell me now what will happen if I put here. Now what will happen? The sequence is important. So that's the reason why in TM1 sequence is very important. Because in the calculation, if one of the cell is updated by something, it will never touched by some other things. Okay, fine. Now, okay, till now what we did, entire column, if you are expecting something, but profit margin every time it will not be same thing, right? So what I'm thinking is, okay boss, for AP January month you put some value, AP February month something else value. How do you do that? For that, delete it, because you selected here directly all the dimensions you didn't select, directly you select method. So that's the reason. But you select each location, each value, each method. For example, AP data, comma, go inside, February value, so you remove the brackets, because all the dimension it will come brackets, but you should remove it if you are writing something. And last, what is the value? Gross profit, sorry, profit margin. We remove the brackets. That means all the dimension elements of 3 dimension, you pick up some value, each one is quoted. So first dimension you selected Andhra Pradesh, February value, profit margin. So done. Now you please tell me, Andhra Pradesh January value, what could be the profit margin? Anybody? You clearly mentioned here February value 300. And what could be January value?
100.
Okay, I just expecting something else, some other people. Yes, Raghava, Ritesh, everybody.
Whatever was there earlier
Okay.
in the January
Not like that. So for example, if I'm using AP February value, profit margin, it will replace with 300, clear. Then you used this one, profit margin. That means it is indirectly for all the columns, am I right? All the columns will go and replace 100. But as I told you already, if any of the cell is already updated by rule, it will never touch, am I right? So February value for Andhra Pradesh only is updated with 300. But remaining entire profit margin column never touched by any rule, right? So remaining all the cells of the profit margin column will be updated by 100 except February. See that one? Only February 300. Now tell me, if I am using this column in top, now tell me what will happen here?
Same.
Come again?
It will give same result.
Same result.
it's going to be 100 only.
So now what will happen because of first cell, first rule? What will happen?
All the values will be
all
made as 100.
All the cells of the profit margin will be 100. So then next, because of second one, AP February 14, what it will think? It will try to go and replace the February value. But February value also, because of the first expression, already filled up. Am I right? So it will never touch that particular cell. So all the values will be filled up by this one. Any difficulties you are facing now? Very important. We are going into digging into the highest levels. Don't confuse. If any of the cell is updated already by rule, that tool will not be attached. because of first margin, profit margin, here all the entire column you are replacing because you didn't take only some particular elements. So all the entire column is updated by 100. Then you are trying to do again AP February 14. So it is already updated by first value. So it will never work out. But if you put this one in the top, first what it will do, AP February value, it is going and replacing. Then done, that value is updated, that's it. Then second time, again all the values is trying to update with the 100. But the February value only already updated by some rule, so it will not touch. Remaining all the values, it will be updated. Simple. Any questions? Okay. Now let me tell you one more thing. If I want February value and March value also 300. So what you need to do is, if you want to write anything, you can write like this. For example, you can open the curly brackets. If you want to write anything, so if you don't know the values of that value, you can directly go ahead and use that better option. I want February, March, April values only. See, the curly brackets will come. That means if you want to pass multiple values, you need to start curly brackets. That means what will happen for AP, these values will be updated with 300. Then remaining all the values is 100. See that? If you want to write multiple values, so now if you go for MP, everything is updated. But I want for MP also, these three values has to be updated with 300. So what do you need to do? Again, curly brackets of this one, comma. You can write manually. After some time, you will be able to. You don't need to go inside and then set it up, because it will be easy for you once you write the things. See? So if you want multiple values, you can write like this. Now tell me, if I put this in the top, what will happen? Anybody? Yes? What will be February, March, April values of Andhra Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh?
100.
Excellent.
It will be 100.
Exactly. So for example, if I am using the same thing, now tell me what could be the values of all the values. What is March value? What is the February value of APMP? And what is the remaining values? Anybody?
Anybody, so I can answer.
Come again?
Can I answer?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, February is 700, March and April is 300, and rest of the one are 900.
Is it correct? Everybody, is it correct?
Yeah.
That's it. So whatever the value is not updated previously, that value only populated. So here the sequence is very important. Here first what it did, AP, MP, February value, it went and put 700. Then again, AP, MP, again February value it is going and trying to replace. Then it will see already the value is updated by rule. So the indicator will become yes. So you cannot touch that cell. So again it will go for March value. The indicator is free, so it will go and replace 300, and April is also 300. Again, because of profit margin you didn't put any value, so it will try to go for each and every cell. Again it will go AP, MP, January value, it nothing is there, so it will put 900. And February value, it will see, but February, because here profit margin if you put means what? First dimension you didn't select, second dimension you didn't select, You put only third dimension. If you are not putting anything, it is applicable for all. That means here APMP you intentionally put, so it is applicable for only that particular elements in that particular dimension. Here I didn't use any dimension here. That means it is applicable for all the dimensions. So you need to remember that one. For example, here I want to put only for time dimension only. I want to put now. Anybody, can you please tell me what will happen? For example, I want to
APMP February 14.
no,
That will be sent.
I am expecting one question here. What could be Melbourne value, February value? What could be the answer? Melbourne February value.
900.
Melbourne February value.
Oh, I'm sorry. AP Andhra Pradesh. Okay, January 1st is 900. I'm sorry.
Melbourne February
My
value.
default value is coming.
February value. Tell me.
Blank, right?
It will not change. It will
Default
say
value. Default value. I mean, whatever the calculation is.
So whatever the calculation is, nothing is there, right, in that calculation now.
Blank.
Melbourne value
Wait,
is
blank.
not touched here. Melbourne value is not touching. APMP value only they are putting 700. APMP value only is touching. So Melbourne value, January value is populated because here all the values it is considered. But February value they are not populating for all the countries. So that means so nothing will be there. That means 0. So any calculation? So Melbourne. But why January value populated? Because you didn't put any countries or states, means it is applicable for all the values. So Melbourne also in that list. So January value it will go and check. So there is no updation already happened. So automatically January value 900 is populated. Now is clear about the sequence is very important, all those things. Any questions here? Any questions?
Unclear.
Everything is clear or any doubts? Because it's very important. That's what I'm asking this many times. Otherwise, I would have gone to some other topic. Because
Harry, what if I don't want to replace other values?
other values means?
Oh,
Tell me
for,
what. Tell me.
for Melbourne February, if I don't want to replace that to 0 and I want to keep the old value as it is.
No. First of all, there is no old value in this concept. Am I right? Because this is the on-fly calculations. Rule means on-fly calculation. There is no old value storing here. Please remember. This is one of the interview question also. In the rules, there is nothing values is here. For example, this value, whatever the value based on this rule only, it will populate. First of all, when you are closing this particular cube, this particular value will be nothing. When you are trying to open, that time only rule will work out on fly. That is the reason why if you are changing something, if it is equal to x plus y, if you are putting x value changing, automatically reflecting. That means it is not already started value. It's a calculation value. The calculation based on whenever you are opening the cube, that time whatever the data in the rule, it will execute and then it will open the cube. So that means there is no storage value. There is no previous value. Based on the calculation only it will work out. Simple. There is no storage value is there in the cube. Whenever you are opening the cube, that time only that root will work out. Are you clear?
Yes.
So every time when you are opening, this rules will work out and then populate. It is not storing some value there. If it is storing some value, then on-fly calculations will not be happening. Is it clear? For example, your question, remaining all the values, what I did, maybe I want gross profit into 3. So as of now, what is happening? Okay, you put here 900 and this is a 800. So on-fly calculation is what? See, 2700 is up because you put 3. So if you don't want to change this one, I want 2700 only, mean it's meaningless. Because whenever the cube is started, that time whatever the calculation is available here, it will do and execute. And also it is on play. For example, if I am changing 3800, see now it has to change because the calculation. So based on input parameters, it will change. So here I am not storing any value. So I don't want to change the profit margin column here. That means I don't want to change any calculation, means you shouldn't change the input parameter, simple. So you cannot stop that one. If your input parameter change, because y is equal to z is equal to x plus y. So z is equal to, say for example, x value is 3 and y value is 4. Then z value automatically has to become 7. And if I am changing this is 9, automatically it will become, so I cannot stop that value. So because it's calculated and resultant column, so there is nothing to stop that particular thing. The calculation has to implement. Yeah.
Let's say now you have modified the value and it's 2400, right?
Correct.
So once you click on recalculate, this data will be
No.
for other users.
Actually,
For other users, it
yeah.
will show as 2400.
Come again.
If another user opens this queue.
Once, see, actually one thing you need to remember here. If I am doing something here, it is on server I am doing. It's not my user base. So that means if you once you recalculate this done, then everybody is able to see. Now you go Raghava cube, means Raghava, by using the Raghava user, you log in the TM1, it will be there. You just check it out. Because you are typing everything in the server, not in the your user based machine. So obviously it will be there in the Raghava's. Raghava also is able to see, everybody is able to see. It is everything you are doing in the server, not in the individual. Say for example, if you are running a Cognos report, your database changed. In the database you are changed. So when you are running the Cognos report, what will happen? It will go and hit the database only, right? So obviously whatever the data is available, it will come. Same concept here. It is going and hitting the server, the data folder. So the server, if you change it and save it, means obviously it is on server, it is saved. So whoever is opening, it will appear for them. But if you do the sandboxes, until unless commit, it will not appear. That you are already aware of that. Yes, any questions? So I think I want to show you something, right? Maybe you are asking for another user how it will appear. Because you are doing in the architect, means it is a cube backend. So in the TM1 also it will be same concept. TM1 web also. Even Raghava also can change it. So then automatically it will appear here. See, let me do it, then you will understand. So which value you are changing? So you are expecting the 2000 Melbourne 2014. Right? So I want all the values, right? So maybe I don't want to use because I want all the values. And here Melbourne values. Right? Put automatic recalculate. So every time I don't want to do. So which value you want? new column. Maybe in that view they didn't use the new column, so you go and open the new column also. Maybe the user. So I will select whatever the things I want. Are you clear? But here, why he is not able to change this value? Anybody? I can go and change 9,900 or something. Why I'm not able to change here?
Calculated column.
Graph is not calculated value. Please remember.
Read permission is there on that.
Come again.
Read permission.
Exactly. Yesterday we did, right? That's the reason. So, but for July value you have given, right? Say, for example, why profit margin is 0 here? Only January value only we calculated or what in the Q rule? Okay. So you remove all these things because I want for all the values because this calculation. See now. So here I am changing to 50,000. So then, so 1,50,000. You come and check in your cube also. Same thing. What is the value, sir? See, whatever you change it there, it is available here. Say for example, you change here 90,000. When they open for them also 90,000 will appear. So it is changing in the server, not in the user machine. So everybody will come to know whatever you change, it will applicable for everybody. You are changing on the base. So until unless you change in the base. But if you are doing in your sandbox, then it will not appear. Yes, any questions? Is it clear, everybody? The sequence. Yeah, please.
Can we also use some kind of functions in the rules, some kind of variables? Say, for example,
yeah, so I will come to all these rules. Okay, don't worry. One by one, I will come all these functions. We can do so many things. I will come to that. One by one, we will go arithmetic, comparison. There are some financial rule function because, say, for example, in this particular rule, right? So profit margin means everything is updating. I don't want like that. Some of the particular places I want to stop and then I need to go for next calculation. So skip check, feeders, there are some things are there. I will show you. Step function means what, continue function means what, and financial functions, how you will calculate the interest. So element functions, so many things are there. I will explain all this. Okay, but as of now we'll go one by one slowly to all the rules is taking some time. That's what 2 to 3 days the rules only will take, but that is only matters.
Hari will be having this, some kind of lookup cubes as well.
Come again?
I mean, see, if I want to set a value in one cube based on the values whatever there in lookup cube, would we be having that?
That's what our next thing, right? In the rules only. So now we will do the manual, all those things we are doing, right? Maybe after this function, everything you are comfortable, then we will go to the next step. That is what this cube reference. So based on another cube, I want to take the data. That cube data I want to multiply. Say for example, in this cube, some data changes automatically. It has to change another cube data also. So that is what your cube reference. That next will come to you.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Now we are going very little bit, then we will go for one by one, all those things. Right? Any questions? Okay, tomorrow I think there is nothing, no class for you, right? You are asking Raghava?
No, it's it's up to all the people. If they all want the class, then I'm good to join.
Okay, I think you people decide and tell me based on that I will come. Everybody is okay to join tomorrow's class?
I'm fine.
That's okay?
I'm okay.
Okay. See, are you okay for that?
Yes, Joseph.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, then tomorrow we'll do the session in the same time. Okay?